Today we are going to discuss about the motives of cash. Before studying the motives of holding cash from the point of view of an organization, let us recall the motives of holding cash for an individual. We actually hold cash in two forms, that is cash in hand and the another one is cash at bank. And the motive behind holding the cash in two of these forms is number one can be transactional motives. It means that we hold money in our hand for making certain kind of transaction. It may be to purchase food items, to pay our kids' fees, to pay electricity bills, to purchase some home equipments, etc. There may be numerous transactional motives for an individuals. For that purpose, we every time hold cash. An individual can also use the cash at bank for making transactions, like you can use your ATM cards for purchasing such items nowadays. The another motive behind holding cash may be the precautionary motives. The money used for purchasing medical policies or the same amount of money kept in bank so as to meet certain critical illness. Holding cash for meeting such precautionary motives is also very much important because these kinds of motives are uncertain by nature, and uncertainty calls for holding a particular amount of cash in bank or maybe in medical policies so that we can meet the uncertainty in our lives. And the third motive behind holding cash may be normally every individual tries to hold certain amount of cash for meeting speculative motives, and these speculative motives are some profitable opportunities that arises in the market. We hold such amount of cash for investing in such profitable opportunities. But if because of any reason, if an individual is not able to hold a particular amount of money for speculative motive, then he will not able to grab such profitable opportunities occurring in the market. And such profitable opportunities may be reduction in the price of gold, maybe real estate, and the reduction in the price of certain valuable metals or assets. Usually people invest in such opportunities so that they can earn a return out of these opportunities. These kinds of profitable opportunities seldom occurs in the market, but for getting a good return, the timing of investment is very much important. And the investor can only get the benefit out of the timing of investment in this profitable opportunity only when he can hold a particular amount of money for making investments in such opportunities. Now on this line, let us discuss about the motives holding cash in a firm. So the first motive behind holding cash in a firm is same as the individual motive. It is also transactional motives. A firm needs cash for making transaction in day-to-day operations. The cash is needed to make purchases, to pay expenses, to pay taxes, to pay dividends, to pay interests, etc. The cash needs arise due to the fact that there is no complete synchronization between the cash receipts and the cash payments. The transactional needs of cash can be anticipated because the expected payments in near future can be estimated. Also the cash receipts in future may also be anticipated, but the things does not happen as we desire. If more cash is needed for the payments than receipt, it may be raised through bank overdraft. On the other hand, if more cash is needed for the payment than receipts, that is if the payments are more than the receipts, then it may be raised through bank overdrafts by raising loans, and if for a particular time receipts are more than the payments, then it may be spent on marketable securities. The another motive behind holding cash in a firm is precautionary motives. A firm is required to keep cash for meeting various contingencies. Though cash inflows and cash outflows are anticipated, but there may be variation in these estimates. For example, as you know that nowadays a business works on credits, but in that situation certain contingencies may occur. In this example, a debtor who was to pay after 7 days may inform of his inability to pay. So in this situation, receipt of money is not there. On the other hand, a supplier who used to give credit for 15 days may not have the stock to supply. So in these kinds of situations, cash receipts will be less than expected and cash payments will be more, as purchase may have to be made for cash instead of credits. So such kinds of contingency often occur in a business, though the cash maintained for contingency needs is not productive or it may remain idle. However, such cash may be invested in short period or low risk marketable securities which may be able to provide cash as and when required. Now the third motive behind holding cash is speculative motive. Same as the individuals, the firm also holds certain amount of cash for investing in profitable opportunities, though such opportunities does not come in a regular manner. For example, the prices of the raw material may fall temporarily and the firm may like to make purchases at these prices. Such opportunities can be availed of if a firm has cash balance with it. These kind of transactions are being called as speculative because prices may not move in a direction in which we suppose them to move. However, the primary motive of a firm is not about indulging into speculative transactions. But if a firm holds a particular amount of money as speculative motives, then he can actually earn the profit by investing in such profitable opportunities as and when they occur in a market. Thank you.